Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Genius Knowledge Point, your go-to place for practical programming solutions for diploma computer and IT students. If you are stuck on any practical assignment or just want to learn how to solve programs step by step, then you are in the right place. The main purpose of making this video is to provide practical knowledge to all diploma students so that they can develop their own programs which will be helpful for their future. In this video, we will see practical number 19 of object-oriented programming, which is for diploma computer and IT and third semester case scheme. So this practical is write a programs to overload unary operator using member function and friend function. So the concept behind this practical is operator overloading, and we have to use the member function as well as friend function here. So what is operator overloading? So whenever we are doing operator overloading, what we are doing, we are redefining the operator function, that is the coding that we define inside the operator function that will be run whenever we call that operator on any object of the class. So this is how operator overloading is done, and mainly it is done for performing some operations on objects of the class. So in this program or in this practical, we will see unary operators, and we will do operator overloading on single object of the class. So that's why they are called unary operator, because they are operating on single object or single operand. So that will be the concept behind this practical. First we will see the exercise question. So overload the unary operator minus using member function and friend function. So in this program, what we have to do, we have to overload the minus operator. So single minus means whatever the value is given, that will be generated as a negative value. So this is the general function of single minus operator. So that we will be doing, and we will be doing it on the objects. So generally in mathematics, what we do, whenever we put minus sign on any number, so the value of that number will become negative. So similarly, whenever we put a minus sign on any object, we have to do a negative value for that object. So this is the main concept behind this question. So directly moving toward the coding part. So this is the question. Initially we have to include both the header files. Then I am defining a class unary, and inside that I am taking a float value as a num. So you can take integer also. I am taking integer value as a num. Then inside the public section, I am defining a method, that is accept method, to accept the number. So putting a message to enter the number and using scene accepting the number. Then defining one more method, what display, to display the number. So using cout message and attachment, I am displaying the number. Then as question is given, we have to use the friend function to overload unary minus operator. So I am defining a friend function here, not defining, I am declaring a friend function, because a friend function is always defined outside the class and it can access the class members. That's why it is called a friend function. But for that we have to declare that function inside the class using friend keyword. This is how I am declaring the friend function, and the concept of friend function is already explained in previous practicals, so you can watch that practical. So I am declaring the friend function as friend. This is the keyword. Unary is the return type. So what it is doing, it is returning the same class value. So it is returning a same class object. Then operator plus, this is the operator definition. So operator minus, so this is the definition keyword. Then inside bracket I am passing a parameter as again object of the unary class, and I am not passing direct object, I am passing its address, because we are doing minus operation, and we are doing minus operation on the object on which it is called. So the same object should be changed, then only it will do the function properly, and you don't want that object to be copied to this parameter and do the operation on that parameter. As we have seen in the swapping function, whenever we do swapping, we pass the addresses here. Similarly, I am passing the address of the object. So unary ampersand u, this is the object's address, and this is how the function is declared, finally ending with semicolon. This is the declaration part, that's why semicolon is there. So finally class is closed here. Now moving toward the actual function definition, which is outside the class. Unary, this is the return type. Operator plus, operator minus is the operator keyword, and minus is the operator, and again as a parameter is having address of the object of the class unary. The unary ampersand u, this is the address of the object, and inside the class function definition, what I am doing, u.num. So whatever is passed here, that object's num value is equal to minus u.num. So I am making it negative and storing the value inside num variable, which is of the unary class. So this is how the value will be made negative, and finally the function is closed here. So after calling this function, what will happen? Whatever the object is calling this function, it will take its num value, which is its member variable. Its value will be negative, and that value will be stored into again same number. So this is how we are making value negative of that number. So finally the function is closed. Now moving toward the main function, initially clearing the output screen, after that creating one object of unary class, that is unary u, then calling the accept method. So what it will do, it will accept the number and it will store that into num value of this u object. Then I am calling the operator. How the operator is called? Operator is called using the operator statement, that is minus u. So minus u means it will run this coding. So whatever the number is accepted using this accept statement, that value will become negative here, and that value will be stored into again same number. So at this statement, the number will become negative. So whatever the value we have entered, that will become negative, and that will be stored into same object again. So this is how the operator statement is called. Then finally putting a message, that is after unary minus operation, this is the message and u.display. So this display function will run and it will display the num value. So this time the num value will be displayed as a negative. So this is how the unary minus operation is done, and as it is unary minus operation, you don't need two operands, you will need only single object. So we have done, we have created object, we have accepted a number inside the object, we have called the unary minus operation. So we have done minus operation here, that is minus u. So this will run these statements, and finally we have displayed the output. So the get ch is there to hold the output screen, and program is ended here. So copying entire code, going to compiler, then pasting the code here and running the code. It is asking me to enter a number, I am entering 56. If you see, the output is displayed as after unary minus operation number is equal to, so this is the message, and after that we have attached the number value, which is displayed as minus 56. So we have made this positive value to negative. So let us see, if we accept the negative value, what will happen. So I am running this program again. Now this time I am entering minus 40. So if you see, the minus of minus 40 has become 40 here. So this is how we have used the unary minus operation, and we have done the negative operation here using this minus operator. So this is the first question is ended. Now the second question is under practical related question, that is write a C++ program to overload unary operators plus increment and minus decrement by using member function and friend function. So in this program, what we have to do, we have to use increment and decrement operators, that is plus and minus, and we have to do these operations on object of the class. So this will be the operation of operator overloading. So directly moving toward the coding part, initially I am including both the header files, then defining the same class that we have defined in the previous program, class unary. Then I am taking float num, so instead of I am taking integer as a number value, Then again inside public section defining the same method, that is void accept. Then enter a number is the message, number is accepted into num. Then void display will be displaying the number. So these steps are same as the previous program. So next, as we have to use the friend function, again I am declaring the friend function definition here. So friend, this is the keyword for friend function. Unary is the return type, which is the class name. So we are returning same class object. Then operator plus plus is the operator function name. Then again I am passing unary ampersand u. So this is the parameter, which is object's address of the unary class. So we are passing unary object's address for the parameter. Similarly, the second function declaration will be friend unary operator minus minus and same parameter. So this is how we have declared friend functions for plus plus operator and minus minus operator. Now the class is ended here. Now it is time to define the operator functions. So those will be defined outside the class. So unary, this is the return type, which is class name. First I am defining operator plus plus. So I am defining the increment operator here and passing the same parameter as the unary ampersand u. So this is passing of the object's address. So as we have seen in the previous program that we have to pass the addresses here, because if you pass the value, what it will do, it will not generate the operation on the actual object, it will generate the operation on copies of that object. So that's why we have to pass the address here. So inside the definition, what I am doing, u.num. So this is the parameter u.num is equal to u.num plus 1. So this will do the plus plus operation here and the function is ended. Similarly, I am defining the minus operator here. So unary operator minus minus, passing the same parameter as the object's address. Then inside definition I am doing u.num is equal to u.num minus 1. So this is the operation of minus minus operation. So plus plus will be incrementing the operation and minus minus will be decrementing the operation. So the friend functions are closed here, their definitions are done here. Now moving toward the main function, void main, initially clearing the output screen, creating one object of the unary class, that is unary u, then calling the u.accept method. Then it will do this coding, it will accept the number and that will be stored into num of that object. So inside the num of the u object we have accepted the number. Now I am calling the u minus minus. According to mathematics and our programming, we have to call the minus minus operation like this, u minus minus. So u minus minus, what it will do, it will run this coding because we have called the operator minus minus. So it will decrement the num value and that value will be stored inside num of the u object. So the num value of this object will be decremented by 1 because of this coding. So now I am displaying the value after the minus minus operation. This is the message and I am calling u.display. So it will display the value which will be by less than 1. So this is how the value will be decremented and it will be displayed. Now again I am calling u plus plus. So what it will do, it will run this coding. So the num value inside u object will be incremented by 1 by this statement and again I am displaying the same value. So it will display the incremented output. So this is how the objects of the unary class is created and respective operators are called here, minus minus operator and plus plus operator, and their values will be displayed using display function. So finally getch is there to hold the output screen and the code is complete here. So copying the code, then going to compiler and pasting the code. Now running the code, it is asking me to enter a number. So I am entering a value as a 20. So if you see, the output is generated after unary minus minus operation, number is equal to 19. So we have entered a 20 value and we have done minus minus operation first. So what it has done, it has decremented this 20 by 1 and it has displaying a 19. But if you see, the second output is displayed as 20. So why it is displaying 20 only? Because our number is changed here. Our number is decremented by 1 here. So it has become 19 now. And we have done the plus plus operation on this number. So this is done on 19, so that's why it is displaying 20. So after minus minus, 20 has become 19, and after plus plus, the 19 has become 20. That's why it is displaying 20. It is not displaying 21. So if you may get confused, because the operation is done on 20 and it has done 19 first, then it has done on 19. That's why it is displaying 20. It is not displaying 21. So this is how the operation is properly done, and this question is completed. We have done the operator overloading using a friend function, and we have done the operator overloading on minus minus and plus plus. So this is how the question is also ended, and the practical number 19 is also ended, which was having functions related to operator overloading, and we have done it using member function and friend function. So that's it for today's practical. I hope this helped you understand the solution clearly. Code for this practical is available at the link given in the description. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such diploma level programming solutions. If you have any doubts or need solutions for other programs, drop a comment below. I will be happy to help. And hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching and happy coding.